with friends with the Duckycake channel. As you can see in the title, we're gonna be doing story time as we're playing through Destiny with friends. Today's friend and probably the rest of my friends will be Jared and other people. And my phone goes off occasionally. Oh,
but this is so much better.
What are you talking about?
Huh?
What are you talking about?
I'm upgrading my weapons.
Oh. Also, he's playing Bloodborne. I need tips and tricks for him. Let him know.
I'm about to fight a boss. This isn't gonna be fun.
So, I don't know what... I don't know what kind of story we should do first. Should it be like... I don't know.
Should we go with a funny one?
There's a few funny ones.
I'd say start off with the funny one.
Alright. Alright, so it'll be how I met my friend Crispy Buskus. Or as me and Jared know him, Christian.
There you are.
One day, this game came out. It was called Destiny. It's very fun. It's a very fun game. Probably one of the best games out at this moment, other than Dark Souls 2, and probably the most recent Final Fantasy. No, Dark Souls 2 didn't just came out when Destiny came out, like the original Destiny.
That makes sense. I am.
And like the most. Yeah, you're thinking Taken King fan.
We aren't safe here.
But, and also like the most recent Final Fantasy game. So, everybody was playing it. Now, me being the worst out of everybody who was playing it, was just on the Destiny forums chat, looking for somebody to help me go through the Vaulted Glass raid, because I just hit level 26. Now, funny story is, I joined a group that was a little on edge about letting a level 26 do the Vaulted Glass raid with all green and blue weapons and armor. So, in that group was a person named Crispy Buskus. And he thought I was pretty annoying. Turns out, this Crispy Buskus kid goes to my school. Now, we didn't find this out in this group chat because or in this group raid. We kind of just separated after that. But then, I go to school once school opens up, because this came out shortly before school started up.
Or prison.
Yeah, or prison, depending on what grade you're in.
I'll see what I can do.
But I go to my first period class, as all of us do, and then I go to my second period. What was it? Shoot. Audio and visual design. That is a class where you basically learn how to use a camera and make videos. Make good videos, like movies. And we made a movie. Me and a few friends made a movie. Now, I instantly clicked with this one dude. His name was Christian. Instantly clicked with him. Me and him, we started talking. And he was like, so do you play Destiny? And I was like, yeah, man. Yeah, man. It's like I played it in the beta, and then I got the game as soon as it came out. He's like, yeah, man. Then he was like, well, what do you got? What's your setup?
I have summoned a person with purple hair. Sweet.
Jared. So I find out that this guy that I just met in class was the dude that thought I was pretty annoying in the group chat. I didn't mention it to him, though. He didn't know it until a year being into our friendship. But that met when we met, we instantly clicked, and we started doing Destiny together. And he helped me get through mostly everything in Destiny and taught me everything I know today.
Hey,
Now,
other guy.
And now, as you know him, he is one of the other people other than Anime or Jared. Not his name's not Anime on PSN, it's Raptorix, but Anime, Jared, or Christian are the main ones that I play with most of the time. And we're good friends to this day.
Keep it up.
Jared's story time.
Jared's story time.
No, I'm just joking.
Alright.
Yeah, if you want to. Only if you want to.
Okay. Well, I'll tell about the time my friend fell in a trash can. It was this day in 2nd grade, I think. It was just like normal day so far. It was pretty boring, doing what 2nd graders mostly do, and just I can't remember actually. But our teacher had told us to put our heads down and just sit in our seats. I was bored. I was just looking around since the teacher left the room, and I'm like, I can just do whatever at the moment. And I see my friend. He's leaning back in his chair. I'm like, oh, that's cool. Like, I want to do that. But I didn't because I was pretty sure I'd fall over. But I look over at him, and I just see him fall over into the teacher's trash can. I'm just sitting there laughing a lot, trying to stop myself.
Sorry, what were you saying?
Before the teacher got back. Yeah, it was pretty funny.
You fell into the trash can?
He fell into the trash can. That was a beautiful sight.
Beautiful sight.
Oh yeah.
Trip mines. Don't touch them.
Should we do another one, or should we do like 2 per video and like 2 videos a day, 2 videos every week?
So what you talking about, Willis?
Or should we do like 4 stories per video? I don't know.
I don't know. That was a pretty short story I had.
Yeah, it was a short one for me as well. I think you should do another one.
If there's a longer one.
You should do another one. You should do another story, and then I'll do another story.
We're gonna do another story.
Alright, so we're gonna do 4 stories per video, depending on the length of the first story each.
The stories. Depending on the stories.
Yeah. Oh, I forgot I had a shotgun.
Okay, can I just run in here like a madman and try to kill the boss?
Yeah.
Oh, no, don't get hit. Don't get hit.
Such an interesting story, Jared.
Hey, I'm fighting a boss. You calm yourself.
Alright, fine. I'll do a story then.
Oh, he fucking sat on me.
Ooh.
Why can't he use powers of light?
This is gonna be a short one for me since my first one was a little long.
Damn it.
As some of you may know, I am a band geek. I have been in band ever since the 6th grade, and I am almost in my senior year. It'll be 1 more week and I'll be a senior. So that's close to 12 years of band.
No, I was only meant for 2.
But how it all started, it was recreational day for school. It was the fun day, as you would call it. Every school has a day that you just screw around and do stuff. Some of them take you to a water park, some of them take you to Six Flags, and some of them just let you screw around all day outside.
I didn't get to go.
I got to go this year. We went to Six Flags, and we didn't get to go home until 7:30 because someone thought it was a great idea to kind of stay in the rides. But that'll be another story for another time.
This was an old cosmodrome.
But
there's got to be something we can fly up here.
During that Olympic day,
Incoming.
me, being the little 5th grader I was, about to go in 6th grade, was, as every 5th grader is, and 12-year-old in the world, a little pervert, just staring at all the girls sitting around dancing to all the music. Most popular of the hip-hop songs was the Teach Me How to Dougie thing and that Soldier Boy. And I was watching them do that and then drinking a Dr. Pepper.
There was a time when I didn't even know what music was.
Yeah, that was the time when dubstep was becoming a thing. It was a hole in the wall back then.
Wasn't that a TV show during that time?
I think Hole in the Wall was a TV show back then. But back to the story. My parents said, "You've been taking way too many academic classes. You need to take a recreational class, like an elective." And I was like, "Okay, what should I do?" And they were like, "I don't know, you choose."
Okay, most parents are happy with their kids taking academic classes.
Yeah, well, not mine. That is why I play video games. And Twitch and YouTube stream. Another story for another time.
So many stories.
So many stories. My life is full of stories. And you will all get to hear them. But back to what I was saying. While I was being perverted, and my parents were telling me the day before to do that at the recreational day, they called out students one by one to line up their schedules for next year for 6th grade. And I took into consideration what my parents said, and I was like, well, might as well do the thing or else I'll get yelled at. And so I was like, what is there? Didn't see very many fun options, so I just circled one, said, here you go. And they looked at me and they're like, and I was like, just go with it. And she was like, okay. Stuck with this for the whole year. I was like, alright. And so, when the last part of that recreational day, I was selectively taken out, and then I was taken out by this really tall, bearded guy that looked kind of like Johnny Depp with a Gandalf beard. I mean, just imagine it. Johnny Dolph.
Johnny Depp is Gandalf.
Blah, blah. But
picking up signs of an old jump ship.
Good for you.
Could be our
You're interrupting my story. But yes, I was picked up by Harry Johnny Depp, and he said, you wanted to be in band, right? I was, yeah, sure. So he says, well, we got to find you an instrument. He's like, do you have any preparations? I said, no. He says, all right, fine. Hands me a flute. I says, way too tiny for me. He says, oh, you like big things. Don't take that out of context. Don't take that out of context. He says, oh, so you want to play a big instrument. God damn it. So he hands me a tuba.
Oh, that was taken out of context.
He hands me a tuba. And he says, here, do you like this? And he's like, here, try and play it. I said, it's not that comfortable. He says, alright. Hands me a trombone. And he says, do you know how to hold it? I was like, nope. He says, you gotta make a... I'm sold. You win. He says, you haven't even tried it yet. Hands me the trombone. I make a gun. I say, sold. This is my instrument for the rest of my life. I will play this because of the gun. Being a 12-year-old...
I was Squidward.
Guns.
I was Squidward.
Yeah, this fucker over here.
Yeah, I chose clarinet. I became Squidward, except I was better than Squidward. Barely.
You were third chair for like a year.
All right. Let me see if I can get us out of here.
But I'm still a trombone player. I don't have it here. It's still at the band hall. Yeah.
Kind of stuff for medical reasons.
It's been here a while.
Jared's turn. That's the end of my band story. Jared's turn.
Oh, I need a good story for this one.
You do need a good story for
I
this
know
one.
one. It involves a man on the roof of a church.
What?
So I invited some of my friends over one day, and we're just gonna hang out, have fun, walk around the neighborhood. And we did. So we're just walking around the neighborhood, and then my friends Michael and Nick, they see a church.
Those two combinations are not good.
So we're walking around the church, looking around. I'm like, I swear there's probably cameras watching our every movement right now.
Okay, it's not going to break.
We're just walking around the church, and then my friend Michael, he has the bright idea to get on top of the church. I'm like, you know what? I'm not gonna be a part of this. Y'all get caught by the cops. I'm gonna go watch. I'm just standing around, and I see Michael on the roof, and he's like, oh hey, stuff. I'm like, yeah, whatever.
We can come back for them when you're ready.
And then at one point they disappear for like 15 minutes. I'm like, okay, what's happened? Then my friend Nick comes running up to me and he's saying, yeah, we need help. We have to get Michael down. And I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? So I go over there where my friend Michael was. And he's on the roof. He's at the lowest point of the roof and he could just hop down. It's like, oh no, I'm gonna get hurt.
Oh no.
I'm like, what? You could just jump. It's fine. You're the same height. That's the level of it. And he's like, no, I'm gonna get hurt and stuff. I'm like, Michael, what the fuck? You got up there and now you can't get down. I should just leave you there. Let the people from church find you the next day. So after 20 minutes of trying to convince him to jump down, he finally gets us to help lower him down. Well, we only lowered him for like half. But he gets down. And we're like, why? Why did you make us go through this? Like, why the heck couldn't you not jump? And he's like, well, I thought it was higher when I was up there. I'm like, okay, how? And then we just head back home. The entire night, I'm just bitching about how he wouldn't jump down from the church and how stupid he was.
No.
And that's how my friend got stuck on a church roof. I'm crappy at telling stories. I tell crappy stories.
It's something to pass the time.
The only place the traveler can still protect. It took centuries to build. Now, we're counting every day.
Yo, you should tell him about that fight. You
Which
know what I'm
one?
talking about.
And this time,
Oh no, the one where you, like, it was like, everybody knew about it.
The one where I went to the hospital for?
It's a story, ain't it?
That'll be... Alright, we'll make 2 videos today.
You don't got to.
Yeah, we'll
After
put...
the story time.
Last story. Alright. So this was sophomore year, high school, Springtown High School. Good old town of Springtown marching band. We got Jared. People who are in this story. Alright, hold on. I have to think.
Rasputin's fingerprints are all over this data.
Gotta use your noggin.
I do have to use my noggin. I have to remember who is all in this story.
I remember only hearing about it.
It was Crispy. Crispy was there. My PE class. Asshole. Or jerkhole. We're gonna call him jerkhole. His buddy. We're gonna call him Strongman. So we got jerkhole and Strongman.
Jerkhole and Strongman.
and the principal
It's now sounding like
and
the
the
Wizard of
gym
Oz.
teacher. Alright, so oh, and for CJ, we can't forget about CJ. So we had Jerkhole, Strongman, Crispy, gym class, principal, gym teacher, and CJ. Alright, so coming down from fourth period, which I can't remember what it was. Don't remember what my fourth period was banned. Fourth period was banned. I was coming down from my fourth period to go to PE. Because PE. Yeah. It's just so different. I haven't played Destiny in forever. Oh. Shit things up here. But yeah, we were in PE. And I was coming down. The same way I always come down. I go get a drink of water and then I go to the thing. And so I go to get a drink of water and CJ's standing outside of the locker room. He says, "Hey, someone wants to talk to you." And I was like, "Alright, who is that someone?" He was like,
What the fuck?
"Jerkhole. Jerkhole wants to talk to you." I was like,
Fuck.
"In the locker room." Now, this has also happened once before. Story for another day. And he just looks at me like, we were friends, but this dude's paying me to do this shit. So, yeah, fuck you. So, he looks at me and says, "It's urgent. You need to go in there now." He grabs my arm and says, "Here, I'll walk with you in there." And I said, "No, thanks. I'm going to go sit down in the PE." And so I go in there, and I'm like, something ain't right here. This is fishy as fuck. I'm going to go in there and make it look like I'm going in there, sit down, and then when he's not paying attention, I'm going to walk out. So when he wasn't paying attention, I look at Coach. I'm like, "Hey, I need to go potty." And so he lets me go to the bathroom. And so I go, and I walk out, and I go to the principal's office. I'm like, "Hey, Jerkhole is gonna, I feel like I'm about to get my ass handed to me." And he looks at me like, "Why do you say that?" "Well, I just have a suspicion that one of my friends is an asshole." So, yeah, and he's like, "Well, do you know his name?" I was like, "No, I don't know his name." He's like, "Alright, well, I can't help you. Talk to your PE teacher." I was like, "Okay." So I go talk to the PE teacher while CJ still isn't paying attention. CJ or Jerkhole. And so the PE teacher, I'm like, "Hey, man, I feel like something's fishy. Something ain't right. I feel like I'm about to get my ass kicked if I go into that locker room." And he's like, "Well, we have a lockdown drill, so we're going to have to go in there. My best advice, go in swinging." And I just look at him, I'm like,
Wow. Wow.
So I'm in there. I'm sitting there playing on my phone. I'm sitting here like, "He's over there. He's gonna kick my
That's coaches
ass."
for you.
And so I'm just sitting in the shower. I'm sitting in a corner of a shower. Worst idea I could have ever made. Because I was sitting down. So it's gonna take a second for me to stand up and then walk out of the locker room with everybody. So I'm sitting here just like, sitting here playing on my Pokemon simulator because Pokemon is the shit. Playing, and so they walkie the coach saying, "Lockdown's over. You can go back to class." Everybody leaves but Jerkhole and Strongman, and I'm stuck in there behind Jerkhole and Strongman. And they look at me and they're like, "Oh, you ain't going nowhere, little man." And I'm like, "Oh, shit.
Damn.
Coach!" I yell at Coach, and he's like, "Ah, you got it." And so,
That's
Strongman,
coaches for you.
reason why I call him Strongman, weighs about 400 pounds, not in fat, but muscle. He can lift around 380. and his arms are bigger than a zucchini. So,
his arms, yeah, they're bigger than zucchinis.
fine, but, so, then Jerkhole looks at Strongman, says, hold the door. So I try to duck under both of them, like do this like really cool weave thing, try to get out the door, but Strongman picks me up, throws me across the locker rooms, and makes me hit the locker. I'm like, ow. And then he stands in front of the door, so now I am trapped. So I just get back in the corner with my phone, ready to use it as a weapon. And Jerkhole looks at me and says, come here, bitch. And I'm like, oh no. So I walk over to him, ready to duck and what? Summons all the zombies to get down? That's new. But back on the story.
Get down.
He decks me right in the face, like full on. Takes
knockout.
These two knuckles and just punches me like that. Hits my glasses, cuts my nose. I don't know if the scar's still there, but it's right there. It was right there and right here, and my face was covered in blood. And I walk out of there into the hallway, and Christian comes out and he's like, "What happened, man? I heard a thud." I was like, "Yeah, that was me hitting the floor." And he's like, "Oh, well, I see your face is covered in blood. Did you trip or something?" I was like, "No, I just got my ass handed to me."
Why are you making him sound like that? That's
because
my question.
That was a stupid question. So my glasses are broken, and I'm walking down to the nurse's office with blood dripping down my face, and the nurse is like, "Oh God." My face is numb, so I'm not feeling anything. And she calls the officer in there. Officer calls my parents. My dad takes me to the hospital for fear that my nose is broken. And yeah, so, and then the next day was Thursday. Next day, remember, because Wednesday was the day I had to go to the hospital. But the next day, you see Jerkhole getting carried out of school in handcuffs. One of the officers is holding a M1911 handgun. Don't know if it was loaded or not. And a regular knife that you can buy from a gas station.
Well done,
I was told by a lot of people that I had a lot of courage not to fight back. One, I couldn't fight back. If I fight it back, I would have been beaten up by a 400-pound man. No thank you. And two, I would have been shot by the end of the day. So yeah.
That doesn't sound very fun.
It wasn't.
So why was he so pissed off at you? That's my question.
He thought I stole his headphones, but at that time I didn't even own a pair of headphones. Now I do. I bought these.
He gets that pissed off just because he thinks you might have stolen a pair of headphones.
Yep. I got a text message.
The fluck.
Can't wait to see what happens with Jerkhole and Strongman. Extender.
Wait, what'd you get?
One of the other people with the Duckycake channel is watching the stream, and he said, hold on. I think he said, watching the stream right now. Can't wait to see what happens. What the hell? Sorry.
Damn it.
He says, can't wait to see what happens with Jerkhole and Strongman.
Can't wait to happen. So what ended up happening to Strongman? What happened with him?
He was fine.
I died! Instantly died!
Yep. That is what happened. Alrighty, now that this video is over, I'm going to be heading over to the Twitch stream, and we are just going to be streaming some.
There's so little left.
I don't know. I don't know what I can play. I don't have any games. What should I play?
Jared still not strong enough to fight this boss.
We can do it again.
Jared, entertain them while I go look for a game.
Ship was recently shot down here. If the Fallen haven't gotten to it, there might be parts we can salvage.
Well, I've been put on the spot.
And also, my shoe broke today, so I had to duct tape it.
He had to duct tape his shoe. Well, duct tape can fix a lot of things. I wonder if I could kill the creature in this now. I probably can't. Probably get killed. But we'll see. We'll see. And if I scream out in rage, that just means I failed at my job. Now then, kill a tall creature with a sack. I can do over half my health and damage. Oh, not mine. Oh, shit. He went frenzy mode. Ah, don't touch me. Hammer time. Hammer time. Oh, hey, killed it. I actually didn't think that'd work. That's interesting. Up, here's another one. What kind of magic powers are you trying to do, brother? Don't. I use this strong attack. Hammer time. I have no idea why I say that when I use this hammer. Oh, hit him, hit him, hit him! I killed another one. Well, that's exciting. I've never been able to do that. What is this? Ah, what are you? It's the hunchback. Find a pebble. That's just gonna make me. That's just gonna let me go tons of places, ain't it? A pebble. Is that a giant pig? That is a giant pig. Do I want to fight the giant pig? I don't know if I want to fight the giant pig.
Looks like I'll be playing some Warframe on Twitch. So if you want, if you have a laptop or if you have the app for laptop, you can type in twitch.tv/VGM duck_thing.
Stupid pig!
Definitely not that. Or if you have the app, just go ahead and search up VGM duck_thing.
I killed a giant pig.
And we'll be playing some Warframe.